I thought both teams pitched extremely well. I mean, the first four innings flew by. Connor got into a jam in the first and got out of it. And after that settled in, and next three innings were pretty smooth. And, we got a leadoff home run there in the fifth, which was kind of relaxed us a little bit. We ended up scoring a couple more runs, just kind of manufactured them after a couple of singles, moved them around, and got a sac fly for that. I guess that third run, we really wanted to get that third run in there. Wallace battled, had a good at bat, and finally hit a sac fly. So just a really good ball game, I thought.
This is for Connor and for Dave. Steelers were sitting on some of your pitches early in the game. Did something change after the first inning in terms of the pitches you were throwing or location or anything of that nature?
Just making better pitches. I mean, I think they were attacking the fastball in the first inning, and I started mixing the slider a little bit more, kind of keeping between the two off-speed pitches.
Coach, what did you see from him after the first inning?
I thought he was great. I think he started mixing a lot better. They jumped on him a little bit early, but when he started mixing, then they started probably trying to hit some type of breaking ball. He was throwing a couple different ones, and he started throwing his fastball a little bit. I just thought he did a great job. I thought Michael called a great game.
They want to start that first. Bob Ballpark and said that with Craig is that Dave Connor seems to be a magnet for line drives of late. What did you think of that play he made again to get out of that jam? And Connor, maybe after Dave answers, you could describe that play and just, you got the big strikeout and then handled the line drive, and they really didn't do much against you after that.
I thought obviously the ball hit him in I think the back of the leg. Pretty amazing how fast he found it. Like, he knew right where it was, got to it, made a perfect throw. And I said it last week. That's why he was all conference. He had defensive pitcher in the SEC. I mean, he's a really good defender.
I think, I've practiced it enough the last 2 weeks, so kind of just the same ball that kind of rolled out from the front. And I think it was a fastball away, and he got a hold of it, so I kind of knew it was going to trickle back in front of me. It's kind of the same one.
Just the way you got out of that jam, bases loaded, one out there at home, crowds into it, and you kept them stranded.
Yeah, that's big momentum for us, I think. I mean, you in that inning, and I think they thought they were going to get a couple there, so put a 0 on the board and go to the next one.
Razorbacks, the USA Today Network. Connor, what kind of, but you talked about it a little bit, but what kind of momentum do you get after getting out of that first inning? I mean, what's your mindset when you get back on the mound?
Just a lot of confidence. I think they threw a good punch there in the first, and I think you kind of think that might be their best one of the day, and for me, that's at least how I thought about it, and just went out there and executed.
I don't want you to fall asleep over there. But Carlson gave you credit. He said he got some heaters by him first at bat, and you didn't miss that one. Could you go through that at bat a little bit? I think it was the first pitch. What you saw there and how good that felt to give you guys the lead.
Yeah, so he was challenging me off first at bat with some fastballs, and he has a really good fastball. It kind of came in, and it almost looks like it's kind of rising. And so he he challenged me, and I knew my second at bat he was going to go right back to it, and I just wanted to put a good swing on it and just make solid contact, and that's what I did, and it took care of the rest.
How did that feel to start the rally?
It felt great. It was a big, especially with the way Connor was pitching. I mean, he pitched lights out, and he's going, full head of steam, just cruising along. And at that point, we're kind of like, offense is kind of looking at each other like, we got to get this dude some runs for how good he's pitching. And so, just to be able to start it was awesome.
Hey, it sure seems like the last 2 weeks you really turned it on. I know it must be difficult as a true freshman playing college baseball, playing the SEC. What have you done differently maybe in the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, I've just, honestly just tried to slow the game down and just realize that this game is just, it's just still a game of baseball, and there's other more, things out in the world that are a lot worse than striking out or, making an error. And so just relaxing and just having fun and, just enjoying the ride. I think that's ultimately how I've, been able to be successful these past 2 weeks.
For Dave and Connor, given how last year went, what's the mindset tomorrow, conversation, approach, that sort of thing with the guys?
The conversation was real short.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's all I said.
Do you guys think about any of that at all, or is it just in the moment?
Well, I think, you touch human nature, you can think about it a little bit, but really your thought process should be you learn from it. So that's what I'm looking at it.
I think the same thing. You clear today, it happened, and you come out tomorrow and have a chance.
Definitely got us talking about that. You obviously had a face-up when Armstrong came back. What was your mindset facing him in that first inning?
I just knew I could be aggressive. I threw some pitches that probably weren't the best. I didn't want to leave anything thick in the zone to let him hit, so I kind of nitpicked around there and walked him, I think, right? So I wasn't too mad about it. I kind of knew going into that I could do it.
Dave, you brought Hagan in, obviously, and number one, what did you think of the performance that he had? But he had that long at bat against their pinch hitter and punched him out and got out of it. Just tell me when that did you feel like that was to win, not hitting for that?
Yeah, they didn't be in, obviously went our way, got the strikeout, but there was already a runner on. That would have got the tie and run to the plate. He ended up fouled off a few pitches and then struck him out. Showed a lot. He just challenged him. I think he came in with fastball, and I don't know. I like what I saw. He's throwing. He was right there. I mean, it wasn't like he was scattering it at all. I think he was throwing the ball 92, 93 miles an hour. He's got 3 or 4 more miles an hour in there if he needs it. But he just went and pitched a little bit and pitched with the lead. I thought he did a great job.
Yeah, Dave, you obviously had a ton of options there in the ninth. Is Hagan your new closer? Do you just feel like he pitched so well Monday night? Go with him, and maybe when Dave answers that, you guys could each say what you think about the job Hagan did, last week and today too.
I just think he's a guy that we had a lot of confidence in and felt like left-handed might be a good way to go at him to try to finish it up. Got confidence in the other guys too. I just think he's one of our guys that we feel good about, finishing up a game.
I think the same thing. He has a lot of confidence for a freshman, and he's been in big spots already. So, I think it's kind of casual to him to come in a game knowing that we have a lead and he can close the thing out.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that, last weekend, coming in against Oklahoma State and that big situation, all the guys had trust in him. And, for him just to be able to do that, I think that ultimately, set yourself up, in the future for like this week, just to be confident going out there and just throwing strikes. And so, he's building off that, and it was really nice to see him come out and close the game for us.
Dave, when you took Connor out in the seventh inning, did you like how he was pitching? Was that a matter of trying to let him left match?
Yeah, I didn't want him to go try to get the top of that lineup out for a fourth time. I think 3 was enough, and he'd already given us enough. And I had confidence in him. I think he was at right around 90 pitches. I think he was probably good for another 15 if we needed him to. But I just felt like, we've got some good guys down there. Evan Taylor was ready to go, and left match up there, and it worked out.
Do you think this ballpark's played pretty fair? I mean, last week, thought up to second went out, but it looked like today,
Yeah, it plays fair. I mean, they mentioned it yesterday in our meeting. The only place that's a little jumpy is in that right center field alley, which kind of bows in a little bit, light pole, and I think there's some type of field behind there, lacrosse or something. But other than that, you have to hit it pretty good. We had some balls pretty good in the first inning down the right field line. It's 340 down the line. If it's 320, like at a lot of parks, those might have been gone. So, their center fielder, he hit that ball good.
And Dave, that's a two-parter. What's the pitching plan for tomorrow? And you got a lot of guys, back from last year. You said you hope they learn something. How big a motivating fact do you think last year was, or what do you think they might have learned from that?
Yeah, first question. we probably got to narrow down to two, either a right-hander or a left-hander. And I would think that, I mean, you learn. I mean, I touched on earlier, you just learn, you know, being a part of a bunch of different super regionals, won a few, lost a few, all different ways. So it's not over till it's over, you know. And if you didn't believe it, you saw what happened last year. We got beat by a really good team, a hot team, and we got clipped in a couple of one-run games, and that's the way it goes. So we just feel, I've been saying it, we feel great about still being able to play the way we were playing about 3 weeks ago. We feel great that we're still standing.
You want to be more specific on
No.
the pitching plan?
No.
Hey, Connor, you went through a little bit of a rough stretch there at the end of the regular season. What's turned around the last couple of weeks for you?
I think just the preparation. I mean, I've been working hard in practice, doing all the right things, and I think you're starting to see it pay off. I mean, I haven't really changed a lot. Pitching-wise, I just make better pitches, execute, and feel confident in my stuff.